Hey there, everybody. I am making a second video because apparently in my office I still haven't got things set up all the way. I just realized that there's no audio on the other video, so my apologies for that. Alright. That being said, the book that we're going to be looking into this coming week is going to be 100 Years of Solitude. And it's a fairly unique book. It's more of a fictional, historic type of a book. And one thing that kind of started throwing me off a little bit was that some of the familial names are reused. But that didn't really take away from anything. There's little touches of magic here and there. There's little touches. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry. But there's all kinds of touches of the history, and that comes from the guy that was there going through it. He kind of fictionalized everything and made something interesting out of it. So that is what it is. Now, as always, get that to them and get out of here because I need to get to my attorney and a couple of other things. Now, the book, as I was saying, is a very interesting book. I enjoyed it highly. And it had to do because it was if you were to draw a parallel, it had a lot to do with the same types of writings as someone like Arthur Conan Doyle. And that's kind of a neat thing because he took the things that he knew about and tried to write them in a way that was interesting to him and that he thought would be interesting to others, and did a very, very good job of it, really. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about it, quite really. Have you read it already? If you haven't read it, do you plan on reading it? And I would like to know what your take on it is, because it's certainly not a book that I would want to say, you know, if you're a child you have to read this or put it on school reading list, because there's a lot of subject matter that is perfectly fine as an adult to read, right? But some of it that's in there I would not be comfortable with my children reading. So there's that. Now, I did mention attorney a while ago. I'm not going to tell you what's going on. It's a personal matter. It has absolutely nothing to do with my businesses. It has nothing to do with anything like that whatsoever. But that's the reason why this video is like this. It's why it's not polished. It's why it's just, here it is. But things will be returning to normal. Typically I keep a buffer of videos up so that I can make sure that if I get sick, or if I'm not feeling well, or if there's some kind of amazing something that I need to go shoot on that particular day, I can do those sorts of things and not interrupt my schedule with you guys. And that's why we're doing a video like this today, is I want to make sure that I'm consistent, even if that means that I don't get to have fun with the editing, and that's perfectly fine. With all that out there in the wild world, there's one other thing I need to remind you of, and that is come Friday we will have our discussion video. And on Friday when we have our discussion video, I hope that you guys are all ready to go, that you have read the book or you know of the book, because this is one that could provoke a lot of conversation, simply because of the time span that it takes, that everything happens in. And beyond that part of it, it also has to do with what all happens within the families, the different peoples, the different politics within it. And politics really isn't a thing that interests me very much, but in this instance with this book, it absolutely it fascinated me. That's the only way I can say that. Now, with all this done, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Our video will be on Friday at 3:30 on its normal time. I look forward to seeing all you guys there. And beyond that, have a good day.